Hi everyone, we're here today with Aki. How do you say your last name?
Soudunsaari.
Sohun, sorry, a
Yes.
great Finnish name.
Yeah,
And
it is, it
Aki is the brains behind these amazing, beautiful plants and the plant walls that we have here today.
Yes.
What's your background and what made you come up with this concept?
Well, yeah, these are Naava's smart furniture-like green walls designed to bring forest-grade air indoors. And like many entrepreneurs, the kind of founding story is related to your own problems. So over the years, I've been studying in places where they have had like indoor air problems.
Okay.
Some of them pretty severe, and over the time, I became oversensitive to different chemicals and indoor air problems. And I'm originally a health science and physical education teacher. And I was back in 2008 and 9. I was teaching in a newly built school where they had a lot of problems with indoor air. And at first, I had like mild symptoms. I lost my voice and I had sinus infections and whatnot. But then after a few months, I had like severe problems, cognitive problems, and so on. The funny thing back then was that I was teaching half of my time indoors in a classroom environment. I felt really bad. I didn't remember people's names or so on. Then half of my time I spent outdoors teaching physical education. After spending 5 minutes outdoors, I didn't have any of those symptoms. So kind of when you repeat that hundreds of times, you just miss natural air.
Absolutely.
And then I didn't have any solution. I couldn't open windows or doors or adjust the air ventilation
Especially
systems.
the weather in Finland, you can't just...
Exactly. I went back to the university and I met my co-founder Nico, who was doing biological water cleaning back then.
Wow.
So using biological processes to clean water.
Okay.
Then we started thinking, can we somehow do the same for indoor air? Can we somehow create forest-grade air indoors and so on? Then we bumped into NASA studies where they studied that how plants purify actually air.
Okay.
They figure out that, long story short, they figure out that 98% of air purification happens actually in the root zone of the plants. And then we started developing these biofilters where we can draw air through the root system of the plants and optimize indoor air quality that way.
So is it all plants, or what are the kinds of plants that you have here? I can see 2 maybe from here.
Yeah, so we use normal kind of jungle plants, household plants, can be found anywhere in the world. But the main thing why this is a patented system is that we got rid of soil from the system. We got this inorganic growth medium, we call it space soil.
Okay.
And then with the help of that, we are able to
like these
clean
little
it.
pebbles here.
Yeah, there's different kind of pebbles and the whole system is fully automated and so on. But the main thing is biofiltrating air 24/7, it's humidifying air and trying to create like a human-friendly indoor climate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think that's directly related to cognitive memory?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of science behind like an average office air makes you dumber. Like your cognitive performance and your kind of reaction to stressful events, reactions, or when you're creating a strategy or whatnot, kind of high demanding job.
Not at all ideal when you want your employees to have optimal output.
Exactly, yeah.
So is it mostly companies that use these?
Well, yeah, Naava has been around for 8 years. We're the biggest green wall company in the world, although we're active in 15 countries, I think. 55 people and so on, and we've been providing nature as a service, this NaaS model in those countries. And yes, about 800 B2B customers and so on. 74,530 people were breathing Naava air in last February before the COVID situation, as of that moment. And now we're also expanding our offering to home offices and homes as well.
That's incredible. What does that look like in comparison to these? How is it going to be in the homes?
Yeah, the core product is, as you can see, it's a kind of a self-standing system with fully automated air ventilation, lighting system, humidification, and so on. And
so you don't have to worry about keeping the plants alive.
This is a kind of Internet of Plants type of approach. And in homes, we have a couple of smaller versions for homes. They are still green walls. Naava 1 is 210 high, 210 centimeters high, and Naava Flow is 140 high. But it's a kind of 3-in-1 machine. It's a biological air purifier, effective humidifier, and then a smart furniture like green wall.
And nowadays, I think people are spending a lot of time indoors with the world situation. If somebody wanted to take steps towards purifying the air, or just starting with becoming aware of the air, what would be your advice or tips?
Yeah, so
apart from, of course, buying.
And actually, Nava solutions are good and easy, but I understand that that's not the case for everyone. I'm not sure if you're familiar. Have you ever thought about that? You eat about 1 kilo of food every day, about 2 kilos of liquids every day, and then you breathe 14 kilos of indoor air. If you put it to the same metrics, so the impact of air quality we don't fully realize it yet, and you might be tired in the afternoon due to the air quality or lack of air quality, lack of good air, and so on. Not the things you ate, for example.
Sure.
But I always say, when I'm kind of saying some tips and tricks for biohacking your cognitive performance at work or whatnot, usually you should think about your microclimates.
Okay.
By microclimate, I mean that what's the air right around you, where you spend majority of your time, like your desk where you are. Try to keep the fresh airflow coming in, whether it's opening just a little bit of window or so on. Humidity has a big impact on your health as well. All the mucous membranes and their health are almost directly correlated to humidity levels.
And for that, you need a humidifier or
humidifier.
bowl of water. Does that work?
Well, naturally, hydration is an important thing also for the cognitive side, as we all know. But the indoor climate, humidity is a little bit trickier. Naturally, you have wet towels in a thermostat or radiator and whatnot. But try to kind of keep an eye on that as well.
Okay.
So from the microclimate point of view, one of the biggest pollutants for chemicals is your computer.
Is what?
It's your computer.
Okay.
Yeah, because it cycles the air all the time, right where you are.
That sounds terrible.
So try to get some like wind going on over there. Yeah. And also the same thing is kind of where you sleep. Naturally, 8 hours or 7
air
or
doesn't move.
Yeah. So, for example, I have a Nava in my bedroom, but I also sleep right underneath the window, and I have it a little bit kind of
open.
There's coming air.
Is it bad to sleep in a room with plants in it?
Well, that's a myth. That's a myth.
Okay. So they don't give out carbon dioxide.
They do, but it's so small amount.
It's not harmful.
So the 63 plants, for example, that you have in Nava 1 over here, the amount of CO2 it produces nighttime is the same as having one extra person in that room.
Okay.
So you're not going to die if you have an
extra person in here. Okay. So the benefits far outweigh anything else.
Yeah. And one of the beautiful things about this bringing nature indoors is the biophilic elements.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And so it has a direct impact on your it's been shown that it has an impact on creativity, alertness, lower stress levels and whatnot.
Better moods,
especially. And it's a kind of innate need for humans to be near nature or see nature.
Seems so. Yeah. I've also heard that the color green, it's very relaxing on your brain. Like if you have to pick a color where to work, that's probably the good one.
Blue or green seems to be like water and
like the sky.
And exactly.
Very cool. And what are you most excited about at Nava right now? Is it the home systems that you're introducing?
Well, Nava's approach is to combine technology and nature, kind of mimic what nature does, and then enhance it with technology so that it's easy to use and easy to enjoy nature indoors. Yeah. Our mission is to reconnect humanity with nature, especially in the built environment. And we're trying to provide this nature as a service, especially in big kind of global cities.
And it makes sense that it comes from Finland, where 75% of the country is just forest. So
that's
kind
of funny
to export to the world.
Exactly, yeah. Kind of funny. We have the cleanest air in the world, according to World Health Organization.
Okay.
And then we have an average Finn has 800 meters to the nearest forest, not park but forest.
Wow, that's really
so you have access to nature.
It makes sense with the cleanest air with 75% forest. So it's basically like a massive Nava clearing the entire country, really.
Yeah. The system, how we biofiltrate air, one of the Nava ones like this one is similar as having 6,300 plants in your room.
Okay.
The impact on air quality.
Wow.
So
that's the way you've used technology and science to sort of optimize it or supercharge
And we
plants.
don't kill the plants because
That's
of the
best
software
part.
and so on.
Yeah, it's quite challenging to keep plants alive
It
in
is,
the home.
it is.
I've tried
Yeah.
and found. So
Yeah.
this is great.
We also tried when we started developing the system.
Okay.
And we've killed a million plants in the line, so rest in peace.
Is there anything else you want to share with our viewers about?
Well, yeah. Right now we're testing out here at first time here in the Biohacker Summit a kind of a home office versions of the product, like I mentioned.
Okay.
And during the 7-8 years we've been existing, there's been a lot of demand that can I get one in my home and so on.
I want one in my home. Yeah.
So now we have a kind of a more affordable solution thanks to the
Okay.
development of the technology and so on to your homes,
How
and you
much
can
is
take
it
care
for a
of
home
it.
solution?
We have a couple of products. It's a bit under 2,000 euros, including the VAT, and the second one is a
And is
bit
that
over.
kind of a one-time charge or it's monthly?
It's a one-time charge, so
Okay.
it's easy. We sell nature as a service in the B2B environment, about
Okay.
200 euros per month, depending on the
Okay.
product, including the service and full guarantee and so on. For the homes, it's a one-off buy, and then you can order extra spare parts and whatnot if you want.
It would be interesting to see how that impacts like your output and how much money do
Yeah.
you make when you have
Yeah.
clarity and focus and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ability to
yeah,
enjoy.
yeah. No one dislikes nature, so it's in that way it's a
yeah.
good thing. Yeah.
I think it's like we want to, but it's challenging, and this is sort of bridging
is.
the gap between what
Yeah.
we know we should do
Yeah.
and then what's
and,
possible.
and I believe that in the next 10 years, half of the indoor greenery products are gonna be smart. Like the
Okay.
lighting stuff going on in our homes.
Yes.
You have smart Philips Hue lighting and whatnot.
For sure.
You can control it with your app, and it's health enhancing somehow. I believe all the greenery stuff at some point will be smart and connected and easy to use. And Nava is in the kind of running that development here as well.
Wonderful, because we hear so much like gloom and doom about how technology can be used badly, and this is an excellent example how it's being used to impact the world on a massive scale. Happier people means happier governments and decisions, and happier future for everyone. So.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the work that you're
Thank you,
doing
and
and
enjoy
for
the day.
joining us here. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.